All right, so here I've got my homemade antenna. It is just some 1/2 inch PVC with a 4-way fitting. And this is 1/4 inch soft copper water line. And so these are actually two separate pieces. I don't know if you can see in there. But I just drilled holes close to the end. And so this outer circle is roughly 26 inches in diameter. So 26 inches from there to there. And then up here you can see I just flattened out the ends. And then this is one of the TV coax adapters, old school TV antenna pieces, and just have a screw into there, making good contact with that side. And so this is half of your antenna. And then the other side comes around like that. So I made this several years ago, and I've had pretty good luck with it, but I haven't really ever had it mounted somewhere permanent, and it's not real pretty to look at. So we mainly do all of our video watching through Netflix and Hulu and YouTube, but we occasionally want to watch some local channels. And so I'm actually going to install this in the attic. I took a 50-foot coax, ran it up to the attic, just to my TV in my living room, and put this up there, just laying up in the attic, and ended up picking up like 20 some odd channels. So just having this set up in the living room temporarily to watch like the Super Bowl or World Series or something like that, I usually was able to pick up like maybe 8 channels. And so just having it up higher in the house definitely improves the number of channels as well as the signal strength that it's able to pick up. You don't end up with interference by people walking past it and stuff. So I'm going to mount this in my attic, and then I'm actually going to run a splitter so I can run the signal from this to 2 different TVs. So I'm in my basement, and I've got this piece of coax running up through here, and I was actually able to get some fiberglass rods up past this drain vent that goes all the way into the attic. Went up to the attic. There was already an existing hole through the top plate. I was able to run the fiberglass rods from the attic all the way down through, and got lucky and just happened to hit right around this gap around this drain line. I attached my coax cable, taped it to the fiberglass rods, and then pulled it back up into the attic. So this particular cable runs all the way up to the attic. This black cable right over here is a network cable that runs right up into my living room, right above here to my TV. And so I'm just going to put another hole right next to that and go straight up to the back of the TV. And then I'll have a splitter here that goes that way to another. As far as this, I've just got a hole right in the middle. I've got this scrap piece of 2x3, and I'm just going to do a screw through this into the end of this, and then just screw this hanging as high up as I can get it off of one of the rafters. And then I'll just connect the coax cable to it. So up in the attic, so there you can see that vent pipe, that white PVC going out the roof. See all that dust floating around in here, but here I've got my coax cable. I've got it wrapped around this support. That's nailed in, so it's not going anywhere. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't pull too much from the basement. And so there it is. It's mounted up in there and should give us good signal. This TV in my basement, we'll just see how many channels pick up. All right, guys, so 29 channels. That's not bad for a homemade non-amplified antenna. So looking at a channel map for my area, I've got about 5 or 6 transmission stations within a 40 or 50 mile radius, and I'm picking up all of those. Looking at recommendations for being able to pick up those transmission stations, I'm seeing average prices around $40 to $60 for an antenna if you were to buy one. And I made this antenna a couple years ago with items that I already had laying around. So it literally cost me $0 to make, just a little bit of time. And it's worked out well for me. I've been in this house for going on 3 years now, and I wanted to permanently mount it in the attic. Since we first got here, I finally got around to doing it. And I think it's gonna work out really well. So if you need an antenna to pick up some local stations and you have some 1/4 inch soft copper tubing and some scrap PVC laying around, maybe try this design out. It's worked really well for me. I'll put a link to the 75 ohm antenna adapter down in the description. You will need one of those for just about any DIY antenna design that's out there. There's a bunch of different styles. All of them require some type of wire, whether it be steel wire, copper wire, aluminum wire, but a lot of different designs out there. Some of them you can even use just wire coat hangers. So if you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, we'll see you later.